All right. You're listening to America's Voice Now, Part 2. My name is Michael Evans. I'm your host. I'm still hot from segment 1. But I am going to cover some other issues. The House is finally going to... is finally going to investigate the death of SEAL Team 6 members when 30 Americans were killed in Afghanistan, and there's been a plot to cover it up ever since. The parents of these young men have been lied to, misdirected, filled with propaganda, and finally Congress is launching an investigation. This was the Navy SEALs, or Navy's Elite SEAL Team 6. 30 of them were killed in a helicopter crash that should never have happened. Then the government burned their bodies, saying they were burned beyond recognition. But guess what? There's photographs of the members who were killed, who weren't killed by the crash, and their bodies weren't even slightly damaged from fire. So, again, the government is lying to us. Lying to these families, lying to the military, and it's time that this cover-up got exposed as well. America, how many cover-ups are you going to let this administration and an unqualified Manchurian candidate like Obama get away with this? How long are you going to allow this to go on? Michael Strange, the son of Charlie Strange, was among those killed. He asked Obama directly in his face 2 years ago at the Dover Air Force Base to investigate it. Obama praised Michael Strange's service. And his father said, I don't need to know about my son. I need to know what happened to my son. The president promised to investigate. And like all of his other promises for good, it came to naught. The only promises this guy can keep are those that are detrimental to America. This man operates in open and blatant treason. And I cannot understand for the life of me why this Congress will not stop his activity. Unless they've been bought and sold and so far corrupted that they cannot find their own shoelaces, you gotta give me some understanding of how and why. Why would a nation betray its own people at the behest of a tyrant like him? What is the motivation? You got a couple of warriors out there. They're doing their damnedest to bring these issues to light. The press is covering it up. The Ministry of Propaganda is in full swing. Any American who speaks out is targeted. If that doesn't define a police state, folks, you tell me what does. Unbelievable. I posted it up on our Facebook page. Make sure that you read it. I mean, it's out of control. And then this morning we hear that Stuart Rhodes from Oathkeepers and Dan Johnson from PANDA, which is People Against the NDAA, received child pornography in an email attachment in an attempt to set them up. And it's the second time in a month that it's happened. Luke Rudkowski from WeAreChange received an email that attempted to set him up with child pornography and JPEG images, and he determined that it came from a Tor mail account, which is anonymous. And he had it forensically looked at before he actually opened the attachments, and there was child pornography in there. Then they actually had the brass to say to him, we're going to do this to all other activists we can get to. Now, Stuart Rhodes from Oathkeepers had an email address spoofed under this Tor mail account and sent to Dan Johnson from the People Against NDAA. And inside was about 12 or 8 or 12 attachments of PDFs, PDF documents. So this time they were smart enough to take the images and not attach them as JPEGs, but embed them inside of a PDF document. And he smelled something wrong, and he didn't open them. Do you understand the depths to where these people will go? That progressives are attempting to set up truth tellers with child pornography in their emails? Twice in 30 days. It's frightening to see the lengths that evil will go to try to compromise patriots who are fighting for liberty, for truth, for freedom. So be careful about what you open. Any email that you get, check it and make sure that you check their address. And if it comes from Tor mail, unless you know that person very, very well, and even then, they spoofed this guy. They made it look like it was an email from Stuart Rhodes, from Oathkeepers, the founder of Oathkeepers. It wasn't. So even if you know that person, be very, very careful what emails you're opening, what attachments in emails. I mean, look, people, if you don't see that this is a war, you know, some guy wrote into the local paper about my radio show and said, I don't like that guy Evans. He's always out there saying we're at war. We're not at war. You want to bet? Do you want to bet? If you don't call this a guerrilla war tactic, I don't know what you would call it. This is a war. Make no mistake about it. And whether you like it or not, you're involved. If you're living, if you're breathing, if you can fog a mirror, you're a part of it. Because you're either going to end up on one side of it or the other. But in a war like this, there's no such thing as neutral stance. This is a war on for our republic. And it may be a soft one right now, but I'm telling you, they have declared open treasonous war against America. If you're not aware of that, I don't know what kind of rock you're living under, but it's time you woke up. These are declarations of war. When your own government monitors your emails, your telephone calls, your internet searches, your health status, your finances, every financial and monetary transaction you do, builds a dossier, wants your DNA, wants your fingerprints, your facial recognition, your retinal scan. Those are the opening salvos of a civil war, people. And if we don't rise up and under a peaceful, massive, civil disobedient action, cease this activity soon, we'll be beyond the point in time where we can do it peacefully. And you'll have no one to look back upon but yourself for the failure to take action while we could do so in a peaceful format. And it won't be us firing the first shot. You can bet your bottom dollar. Oh, they're pushing it, boy. They want that to happen in the worst way. America's Voice Now, and I personally advocate peaceful civil disobedience, but on such a massive scale that it is undeniable. For two reasons. One, it's the right way to do it. Two, The damage that would come about from a revolution, a violent revolution, would be so astronomical, so beyond our comprehension, you don't even want to imagine that nightmare. We haven't gotten over a civil war fought 150 years ago. This one will leave scars so deep, wounds so broad, they can never be healed. Still, if you will not fight when you can do so with no bloodshed and a chance at success, what are we waiting for, America? What are we waiting for? 33 million out of 85 million Egyptians beat us to the punch. We've been shown up by 33 million Egyptians. We can't even get 1 million people to march on Washington. How disgustingly shameful is that? I want to remind you to get down to Kevin at the battery station. A couple of issues you need to know about. One, the co-op order for our co-op program where you can buy bulk food at wholesale rates, that order is closing on August 1st. So you only have a few days or a week less to get down there and place your order for a co-op food order. You can buy bulk food at wholesale rates. And if this show hasn't given you the motivation to get out there and do it, that's on you. But essentially, here's the deal. You can get down there and buy 50-pound bags of rice, grain, wheat, sugar, salt, the basics. There are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of products. But you've only got until August 1st. That's the cutoff. Get down there. Go down to the battery station, 303 Washington Avenue. When you go in there, say, Michael sent me down here and told me to get the co-op catalog. Put in your order and get it done. Stop putting it off. Stop holding back. Just do it. He also has a brand new shipment of 50 caliber ammo cans in stock. He got 200 of them in the other day. Now, those ammo cans have been very, very hard to find. And so, if you're looking for 50 caliber ammo cans, get down there. And while you're there, he still has half of the Magpul AR-15 mags down there. Those are the really good ones. These are the ones that our military uses overseas. And he's got them cheap. So get down to the battery station. You can get a hold of them at 417-257-7799. They do ship around the entire nation, by the way. So if you're not in our local area, you can certainly get down there or get on their website at thebatterystation.com, batterystation.com. But this kind of stuff, the Magpul and the 50 cal cans, they don't put that up on the website. You've got to call them for that, and you can do that at 417-257-7799. I mean, AR-15 magazines have been hard to source out. He's got plenty of them. I think 125 of them left, or so 120 of them left. He sold through half the order in less than a couple of days. So you better hurry up and get down there and get yourself some. The 50 caliber ammo cans are loading up, and you've got 1 week left for the cutoff for the co-op. Make it your business to get down there. Stop pussyfooting around, stop procrastinating, and do it. He doesn't make a dime on any of the co-op stuff, and I can tell you right now, knowing what he sells those mags for, he's not making a dime on them either. So if you're not willing to step up and be responsible for yourself, live self-reliantly, self-responsibly, I don't know why you're listening to this show. I don't care if you've got to put off a stop at McDonald's. I don't care if you've got to try to make a determination whether or not you want to pay the cable bill or go buy yourself some bulk food or some ammo supplies. Shut off your television and save yourself $50 to $100 and go down there and get what you need to protect yourself. and feed yourself and be responsible for yourself and your family and those who you are pledged to protect. Then get a hold of Greg over at Black Ops School of Combat. He teaches concealed carry courses, tactical pistol courses, 2 or 3 different variations of them, self-loading rifle courses, any kind of firearms training you need, he teaches. You can go to blackopsschoolofcombat.com. You can call him at 417-255-1612. That's 417-255-1612. Or blackopsschoolofcombat.com. He's got class schedules up on his website. You can see some training that he's done. He is a very, very talented, skilled, and experienced trainer, and they have a ton of different techniques that they teach. They teach these concealed carry courses. The cost is $75. It's an 8-hour course. They teach them on weekends. They teach them on weekdays. They break the class in 2 to make it easy for you. I don't know what more you're waiting for. I don't even care if you get your concealed carry. Go take the course so that you can. And then go take yourself some pistol courses and some rifle courses so you know how to handle that weapon that you think you bought for self-defense and protection. Because if you're not training, you ain't. Make sure you see our friends at Spring Creek Beef. If you want to get 100% all grass-fed beef, 100% natural. No antibiotics, no hormones, nothing but grass. Outstanding opportunity for you to take care of your family. Go to springcreekbeef.com. They ship nationwide. Their prices are unbeatable. Their meat is Prime Plus, and it is delicious. I've eaten it myself and many, many, many times. When you cook their chopped meat, you end up with actually throwing a teaspoon of oil in the pan because you don't get a half an inch of water and fat. Nor are you getting that pink slime or whatever that putrid formaldehyde mixed stuff they're putting in your meat that you're feeding your family, by the way. See our friends Chantilly's over at Chantilly's Artisan Bakery, 255-2253, number 2 Evans Arcade on the square in West Plains. Mary has got excellent pastries and baked products, fresh bread every day, lunch on most days. You can get a hold of her at 255-2253 and ask her what her lunch special is. She makes delicious lunches, and she will do special orders as well. So if you've got a family event, a company event that you want something unique and tasty, get a hold of Mary over at Chantilly's Artisan Bakery. The folks down at West Plains Pawn and Fine Jewelry at 256-3000. That's 256-3000. They're on Highway 160, just past Walmart. They have 400 firearms undercover. They have the cleanest pawn shop I've ever seen. They have jewelry. They have ammunition. They have accessories. Get down there and see those guys. Pizza Hut on Porter Wagoner Boulevard. Tuesdays are family nights and kids under 12 eat free. They're an unusual group. They've actually sponsored a radio program. That's not even allowed by their parent company. But they're patriotic enough to step up there and say, we're going to do this anyway. Stone Construction. Bill Stone, a great patriot and a friend of ours, mine, and this show. 2930116. If you're looking to do any kind of work, whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, if it's farm work, if it's fences, if it's concrete work, if it's flooring, Bill's your guy. Siding, sheathing, roofing, they do it all. 2930116. Get a hold of Bill over at Stone Construction. Wits End Classic Barbershop, the kid who cuts my hair, and they're opening up a brand new Patriot Lounge, they're calling it. It's going to be a place where men can go in there, and women too, if they want to, go in there and smoke a pipe, have a cigar, have a glass of scotch or beer or something, relax, talk amongst ourselves, like the old-time type of meeting place for men, men's club. I encourage you to go in there and talk to them about that. They're right on the square in West Plains. They charge $10 for a haircut. They do straight razor shaves, hot lather. I mean, go in there and ask them about that shop while you're getting your haircut. He cuts my hair once a week, and for $10 you can't beat it. He does a great job, and he's a patriotic young American. Jason Elkins from Elkins Plumbing, 293-7640. 293-7640. Jason is a patriotic American, and if you've got any kind of plumbing help, you need plumbing work or plumbing help, give him a call. John Hatley from from West Plains. Site development, driveways, grading, all of that type of thing. John is a great guy. He's done a lot of work for me. You can get a hold of him, and he's reachable at 293-8229. That's 293-8229. If you want to support our supporters, these folks take good care of us. They keep this show on the air for you. By the way, I got to tell you, we've had a sponsor who stepped up and stated that they are willing to match every donation that we get between now and the end of the month, dollar for dollar. Well, I got word the other day, and I'm not going to drop names and all that, but somebody actually stepped up to the plate and put up $500. That is an outstanding commitment, and I am thrilled to death, touched, and I am so impressed with their stand for liberty and freedom. I hope that you can do the same. I've received phone calls from people, checks, cash, donations through PayPal. And I got to tell you, and by the way, if that PayPal link, for whatever reason in the story in the article, is not working properly, just go to the PayPal link on the front page. I know PayPal's giving us some kind of grief over it. I don't know what the problem is, and they can't seem to identify it. So just use the other PayPal link on the front of the page, the one that says donate. You can donate funds to us through PayPal. We're building a studio. We're building and developing a brand new project for a website where we can have my show and other hosts on there that I know you folks will love, because I'm handpicking them. And these are the kind of hosts that you want to hear from. Not the mealy-mouthed mainstream ministry of propaganda crap that they feed you everywhere else. So support us and support what we're doing, because we are making sure that you're staying informed. There's another radio station in the area here that we've been talking to. Those people across town at the AM side of the fence have decided they don't want America's voice now. Can you believe it? You know why? Because we're not politically correct. I suppose that we're just too controversial. We're too polarizing. Well, guess what? I want to be polarizing. I want America to stand up. I want America to stand up on its hind legs and shout from the rooftops, we have had enough. And we're going to take our country back whether you like it or not. We stand against tyranny. We stand for liberty. We stand for freedom. We stand for independence. We stand for self-reliance. We stand for self-preservation. We stand for self-responsibility. We stand for justice, true justice, not Department of Justice, Eric Holder, the traitor's justice. We stand for true justice, true constitutional courts. We stand for a grand jury system that when a prosecutor or a judge has betrayed their office and the people that they're supposed to be representing as members of the judiciary, that we can find them, pull them out, and prosecute them. That's a citizen's grand jury, and damn it, it's time we started it. Why is it we can't get dirty judges, lawyers, and cops off the system, off the bench, off the table? Because they've racked the system to block us. You're being betrayed, America. Every single day, it's another tidal wave of betrayal. Every single day, you have no idea how deep down the rabbit hole we have fallen. And it is up to you to step up to the plate and demand that our country be restored. You need to be sharing this show with friends, neighbors, acquaintances, people in your church. I don't care if I'm loud. I don't care if you think that I'm too polarizing. It's time people said enough is enough. We've had enough PC, enough nonsense, enough betrayal. It is time we stood up and retook our country back. Share these shows with your friends. Share our website. Share our Facebook page. Share these stories that we put up there every day for you. I don't get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do this for my health. I do it for our salvation. The salvation of our republic. AmericasVoiceNow.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/America's Voice Now. Find this and every other show that we do at youtube.com/America's Voice Now. Call your local radio stations. Tell them to carry this show. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
The Battery Station in West Plains is your headquarters for getting and being prepared. Natural